So I don't know if this will come out, but the timing there is on the second mark, which is exactly where it should be. But if we go up here, that is a tooth out, and that is also a tooth out. One of the things I've noticed are these marks on the inside of the belt, which you can just see there. So you've got like a white mark on one side and not on the other, which sort of implies to me that it's not been running true. I've got the order in at the moment, so now we're going to take the washers out from the head bolts, pull all the lifters out, just have a check underneath, see what that looks like. Lifters are all out along with the head bolt washers, all nicely organised so we know where they go back. So that's all cleaned up now. That's cylinder 1 inlet, cylinder 1 exhaust, cylinder 2 inlet. That is actually smooth, it's just marks. Cylinder 2 exhaust, cylinder 3 inlet, cylinder 3 exhaust, and then cylinder 4 inlet. So there are some marks on the head, but it's quite strange that, because obviously the low compression was on cylinder 3 and cylinder 4, not on cylinder 1, which has a lot of damage. I'm going to send the cylinder head over to AL Developments and they're going to have a look at that for me. Heads off. First glance, there's no bits of engine anywhere. A little bit of scoring on that one. See there, that'll focus. A little bit of scoring there. Obviously number 4 was the one, so I'll get the head gasket off and we'll turn it over and see. Oil's all drained, so time to get the sump off, get the pistons out, have a nosy and see what's going on. Sump's off now, on to taking the pistons out, and let's see what we find. So the pistons are out, and cylinder 4, cylinder 3, cylinder 2, cylinder 1, then from the other side, cylinder 4, cylinder 3, cylinder 2, cylinder 1. So this is the pistons, number 1. Det marks each edge. Number 2. Nothing on top of that one. Number 3. Again, nothing on top of that one. And number 4. Det marks on the top of that one, a bit on the edge. I'm told I can file that one down. I also found that this injector had a broken O-ring. Does that matter? What I've done is put the piston rings in, and I'm going to measure the gap between each one. But to me, number 4, before I've even done it, looks a lot bigger than the other two, but we'll see. 0.4 millimeters, number 4, goes in. Number 3 doesn't. Number 2 doesn't. Number 1 doesn't. Number 4 definitely does. I only have 0.4 unfortunately, but 0.4, this should be 0.42. So that one had the lowest compression, which is obviously why it's got a bigger gap, but these gaps are too small. So what does that mean? How accurate this is, but that is my oil restrictor, and that is a 1.5mm drill bit, and as you can see, it clearly fits in the hole. So does that mean my oil restrictor is too big? It should be 1mm or 0.4 inch. Turbo return, give or take 12-13mm. Oil return is more like, which is 10, so it's 3mm shorter. Think that's caused the smoke? These are the bearings. It's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. What's the plan now then? Well, I'm going to get the pistons checked over by an engine builder, see what they say. Hopefully I might be able to find some new piston rings rather than having to buy new pistons, but worst case it's going to be a set of pistons. I'm going to get the block checked over by an engine builder and see what they say. I'm going to get the injectors cleaned, see what they say, and I'm going to try and investigate why the timing's jumped, because obviously I still don't know why that is. I appreciate all the feedback and comments. Put a 2J in, put an SR20 in, put a K20 in. K20 is an awesome engine, but I don't want to turbo it. It'd be another 3 or 4 grand. I'm not putting that into the car again. It'd be a new gearbox, new engine mounts, messing about with the management, new wiring, a new exhaust. The work is just mental. I know it seems like such a simple thing to get the engine in, which it is, but to actually get it running and working properly would be an absolute nightmare and cost a fortune, which I'm not prepared to commit to this car again. So we'll see if we can fix what we've got here. If we can't, I'm done. If we can, then happy days. We'll carry on and enjoy the car. I think I was lucky and I caught it very, very early. I think the timing jumped at the track day itself, but I guess I'll never know. Obviously I need to look into that though. A bit more investigation work to do. Please subscribe if you're finding this journey interesting. Hopefully it's nicer to watch than it is to be part of it, and I'll update you on the next one.